All right, ladies and gentlemen, wanted to take a brief moment to give you an update on everything that's been going on so that you are aware. They're concerned about my presence here at this institution. I do want to let you know that there have been some threats by the so-called officials, but in order for them to CYA, cover their anus, they had to make it appear that they weren't a threat. So for the last 2 months, they have pretty much left me alone, except for trying to write me up and increase the security level and bring me to what's called a level 3 yard, so that they could then go ahead and proceed with their little stupid threats again. But for right now, I've been able to put in the proper paperwork, get a contract between myself and this organization, and get them to default and have an arbitration award issued for $600 million against them. That's what I've been doing. However, my contract with them is a class action contract that involves the entire state and all of the inmates in the state. And it even includes a habeas corpus provision where the court, who is a party to the agreement, and the Supreme Court and the Judicial Council gives the arbitrator the right to issue a habeas corpus. Keep in mind, habeas corpus is administrative, and arbitration is an alternative administrative dispute resolution. Those of you who are worried about arbitration and getting your awards confirmed, let me let you go back to the first one is First Options of Chicago versus Kaplan, K as in Kevin, APLAN. The other one is Henry Schein versus Archer and White Sills. One decided in 1995, and the Supreme Court unanimously rendered the same determination in 2019, where they said anytime the court comes up with some reason to vacate your arbitration award that is not for fraud, and if they claim fraud, they have to prove all elements of fraud. The court cannot claim fraud. The opposing party is the one who has to bring the claim of fraud. The court cannot sit up there and bring forth a claim because it's not a party to the action. So they have to prove all elements of fraud. The other reason they can vacate an arbitration award is if there is arbitratorial misconduct. So if the arbitrator committed some type of misconduct concerning the arbitration, not concerning how they conduct business, but concerning that particular arbitration, they have to prove misconduct. And then the third reason for vacating the award is if there is an obvious, on its face, miscalculation of the figures, such as the award only allowed a person, the contract said the person can only get $10,000.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But the arbitrator awards $85 billion. Okay, that's an obvious miscalculation. The arbitrator acted outside their power and or authority. Okay, so those are the only three reasons, as explained in the Arbitration Act under Section 10 and 11. Anything else, the court can sit up there and say that, well, the person believed in this, or they were trying a debt elimination scheme, or they were trying to do this, or we believe they were doing that. They can't do that. That is, quote unquote, unlawful, because it's a violation of the Federal Arbitration Act, and the Supreme Court has stipulated that they cannot rewrite the act. They cannot challenge the contract by saying that no contract exists when you provide a copy of the contract on record, because now they're challenging the contract as a whole, and in both of those cases, the Supreme Court has held that if they challenge the contract as a whole, then that is a decision for the arbitrator to decide, especially when the parties have agreed that the arbitrator is the only party who can have exclusive jurisdiction over such matters, which our contract does. These are exceptions that the court creates. Again, Supreme Court has said that they cannot rewrite the statute. So those of you who have been having problems getting your award confirmed, you will have to go back on appeal. You will have to let them know, sorry, I have to challenge your jurisdiction, both subject matter jurisdiction and in rem jurisdiction. I also have to challenge your personam jurisdiction, since the jurisdiction over this matter is the arbitrator and the Federal Arbitration Act, as determined by the Supreme Court. And that will take care of all of those issues. Okay, let me let you all know that there is I got to call him an idiot. because this idiot is claiming that he has the right to sell our contracts on the internet and make a profit off of it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get a chance, go take a look at our website and look at the disclaimer portion on the documents page. Now, I'll explain about the website in just a second. But if you look at the disclaimer section, there's an arbitration agreement there. Anybody visiting our site, anybody downloading any of our documents are under that arbitration agreement. Yeah, I know. It's not pertinent. It is to keep people from thinking that they can get over on me and the organizations I put together. That arbitration clause is a contract that we've added to the site. So having idiots think that they can sit up here and play games with me while I am trying to perfect what I'm doing, I'm not allowing it. I'll take care of that more on later. I am taking the time to do this video because I wanted all of you to see how potent arbitration is. What's happened over the last couple of months is we've told you about how they have systematically gone after each one of our payment services so that we could effectuate processing people's documents and charge the fees necessary to produce the documents, get them sent out to everybody, take care of the proof of services, and handle the arbitrations. Well, they went after each account and they had them shut down. Don't worry about it. We've been able to redirect it and get the account set back up. After they were unsuccessful of getting rid of the accounts and interfering with our banking activities, they then went in and let me tell you what the hosting company of our website has said. We've never seen anything like this before. They've gone in and they have changed the extensions on the website. They've deleted the entire documents folder. The entire documents folder so that you can't even access any of the files. Don't worry about it. We have a backup of the file. They're putting the website back up with the backup. Some of the pages we're going to have to redo because we've made some changes since that backup was done. So we are putting this information up for SACOM and SAA to let you know that there will be some delay in us taking and changing certain things. So you'll just have to understand that that is the case, and so we're putting out this nice little disclaimer so that you'll know in advance, but it will not affect the QPACs or the arbitrations. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a feeling, especially what we've been able to achieve so far, and the fact that they're now starting to realize how powerful the wonderful contracts are. There's been some question as to whether or not SAA can place contracts online. Ladies and gentlemen, we can place contract templates online, arbitration clause templates online, because attorney organizations sell arbitration clauses to companies all the time. That's why most arbitration clauses with the American Arbitration Association, what they do is they use the same arbitration clause. The reason for them using the same arbitration clause is because the American Arbitration Association, or JAM, usually tends to use the exact same provisions. So, again, you heard the rule. If they can do it, we can do it. So the templates are there for you. If you are going to be using one of the templates in the future, we suggest you download it now. The SACOM website will be fully back up in another day. It takes them about 48 hours to put it up completely. So right now it's up temporarily, so you may not have access to the documents. The documents should be available on SAAlimited.com. So go ahead and get access to it if you need it. If Saturday, the 7th of December comes around and you still don't have access, by Monday you should have access Monday tonight. Want to make it real clear. We do believe, honestly, that they are going to specifically target our website again. We believe they're going to specifically target the individuals going after arbitration and arbitration awards with the FAIR Act. Congress will enact the FAIR Act. And when they do so, we think that they will interfere with your ability to get your arbitration award confirmed the way we've been getting them confirmed. We believe that they're going to change how arbitration awards are confirmed and through what type of organization they can be confirmed. We think that they're going to make an amendment to the Arbitration Act only because of what SITCOM has been able to accomplish with its arbitration association. Wanted to make one last notation to everyone else. September 15th is when the tariffs with China are supposed to go into effect. As of now, the United States has $21 trillion that it cannot account for, with the Department of HUD and Urban Development, Housing and Urban Development under the United States Department of Agriculture, and under the DOD, $21 trillion that it cannot account for. We already know about the $2.4 trillion it couldn't account for in 2002. Well, now they have $21 trillion between the two they can't account for. Plus, there is the loan given to the banks. That loan being a grant where the banks don't have to pay back of $24 trillion. That totals $45 trillion. Now we got the national deficit, which is another $24 trillion. If you're not doing the math, that's $45 trillion between the deficit and, what the banks owe and what the Department of Defense and what the United States Housing, Urban Development Department owes, and then you have another $24 trillion. So 45 and 24, just do the math. Almost $70 trillion. You all need to understand where we're headed. Russia has already been divesting itself of United States currency. China has already been divesting itself of United States currency because it is believed that they are going to devalue the dollar. Can't tell you that they are. Can't tell you how things are going to work out. All I can tell you is they know something not good is about to happen. This is so all of you can pay attention. Many of you have been concerned and worried or, missing yourself a little bit of EON. My hope is to give you what I can when I can. Finally, SATCOM and SAA. We've had some issues and some changes, as I mentioned in the other videos. And so we've appointed a new director of SATCOM who takes over on the 15th of September. And there are some individuals within the organization who it appears may be butthurt. Now, I really want to say this. I am the only person who should be butthurt because I'm the one who's in a penal institution for men. Other than that, Other than that, I don't care. I told everybody from day one, this is the house that Jack built, and Jack is not going to let anybody do any remodeling or restructuring of his house without his approval. And many people have been wanting to change the direction of SATCOM and SAA, and they've been wanting to change how the organization operates. None of that is going to stop. We're still going after the payment for the Defrauded Homeowners of America, DOA. So those of you who've been worried about that, please do not worry about that. There is a plan in place, and I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but if I told you everything, they will try to interfere with the process. They will try to head us off at the path, and I am trying.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I am trying not to let them do that. Understand, as I promised, we have the arbitration awards and we have the tax credits. One way or another, we will get to you what we promise, one way or the other, in proportion to the amount that we receive. Just wanted to make sure we keep that promise. So with that being said, we're going to let all of you get back to your day, and thank you for letting me take the time to explain this to you. All right, have a good day, everyone.